Alright, so observing myself as a critical reader in English. So basically, overall, this semester went pretty well. I got definitely a better understanding for reading and literature, and throughout this PowerPoint, I'm gonna bring up things so I explain myself a little bit better, and I have examples and evidence of how this class benefited me and will have the long-term effect on me and not just through these couple of months. So, starting off with the reader response theory, so basically just summarizing it real quick, it helped me truly understand of how to read properly. With all the tools and tips that you've given me in the class, I could really see that there are so many ways to actually go about reading, and the right ways and the wrong ways to do it. So here are just two examples of from one of the reader response things that you gave us, so when we read we can also write about what we're feeling at the time. So these two parts I thought were interesting. So the questions that we have about the author. So this kind of gives us a chance to question back the work that the author did in the stories. And then our response. So after we've done the questioning, we give our input and our opinions on the stories. So personally, I think my opinion to most of the stories, I thought that they were really challenging, but after reading and using all the tools that you've given us, it actually made it easier as the class went on. So some of the reading strategies that I took from your list that you gave us was to read slowly, make sure we reread, look up words that we don't know, and then try to picture the story as we go through it. So this right here is just a little screenshot of my looking up the new words that I didn't quite understand and know, and it really helped me because now every time I read anything, I definitely look up the words I don't know, and it makes the comprehension of the story, whatever I'm reading at the time, much easier. So through those strategies that you've given us, it really helped me understand the text better. And not just in this class, overall. So moving on to the digital tool applications, personally for me, I loved Google Docs. I thought Google Docs was a fantastic idea for an online class, and it definitely helped me see different perspectives through the Twitter share that we did throughout the class. So everybody got their own Twitter account that they had to follow and focus on and read the tweets, and then we took something that interested us and then we brought it into the Google Docs and we shared our opinions and why we think it was interesting. So it kind of gave us a team aspect, in my opinion, because everybody's thoughts were there. So you could read on your spare time, or when you were thinking of how to word your thing, you can read other people's, and maybe it would pop an idea into your head about how to go about writing yours. So it gave them the look of multiple perspectives, even though that they weren't the same tweets. So, and overall, the Google Docs is extremely simple. You just click new slide and then you just start going with it. So it works out great. So connections. So connecting this class to another class, I ended up connecting it to my computer science class that I have to take, which is human-computer interaction. So basically, what we had to do there was put our thoughts into programming and figure out how we can make our program that we had to create easy to use for the users. It was all about the users and thinking critically in order to make sure they fully understood the program that we were designing and that it was very easy and flowed very nice. So, overcoming some challenges. So, throughout my English career and learning about English for the past 10, 15 years, I realized that I was really bad at reading comprehension. So, it really helped. This class really helped me understand present articles and stories, and it's going to help me understand future. So I struggled with reading comprehension in the past, but I don't think I'll struggle with it anymore thanks to this class. So it also gave me a chance to write out my feelings through our reader response and our critical analysis and everything like that. So it got my brain to work, and it gathered all my thoughts, and I can actually put them on paper. So I thought that was fantastic. So a memorable piece that I had throughout this was definitely the lottery. And I think the lottery was great because it took what you thought and then changed it completely, because you just thought it was a normal lottery or something like that. But then you end up realizing that it's whoever gets the X on the paper has to basically be stoned to death. So it's a dark, twisted turn, but I thought it was a fantastic idea, and a fantastic idea for a story. So one of the aha moments that I ended up realizing was that I'm not as bad as I think I am at reading and writing and understanding. You give me fantastic feedback, so it worked out great when I was struggling a little bit. You gave me the things I needed to better myself for the next week's module, and all it takes is just your time and patience, and you can do a lot with it. So it really opened my eyes. This class really opened my eyes to thinking for myself, thinking how I want to think and how I've wanted to think. And yeah, so that's it. I really enjoyed this class, and yeah, have a fantastic winter break and enjoy. Thank you for everything. Thank you.